I am now, better than before. Through those open doors, where I am now, where I am now, I'm in a special place. I'll take a walk embrace, where I am now. It's now time for the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. That's FYI Radio Show with your host, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton. I'm Ed Everett, the co-host. The music that you hear in the background is none other than Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton, where I am now. And if you'd like to see us live in WGPL 1350 studio, WMVA 88.9 FM studio, all you have to do is go to our Facebook page. That's Edward Everett Facebook page, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton Facebook page. And guess what? You can see us live right here in the studio. And if you want to hear us all over the globe, all you have to do is go to 1400am.com, 1350am.com, click and listen live. And now I want to introduce to some and present to others the host of the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton, and a pleasant good morning to you.
Good morning, Mr. E. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Would you, could you, will you be my neighbor?
Let's welcome our neighbors. Let's welcome WGPL 1350 AM listeners.
Peace, 95.3 FM, WMVA 88.9 FM, and WPCE 1400 AM.
Facebook Live is on and popping. Let's also welcome Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Instagram. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. We'll shout you out later on in the show.
Like, share, comment, and subscribe.
Like, share, comment, and subscribe. We have 2 channels over there on YouTube. Cristo Records 1, CRISTO Records 1, and also FYI Radio Show host Yolanda Hinton. Go and check it out. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe along with our other channels. And we promise we'll shout you out.
Shut up.
Woo! Miss D, how was your weekend?
Well, I had a great weekend. Oh, the weekend was off the chain. Did a little this, little that, did a little this, little that. You know, I did something that was great. I took my granddaughter out.
Oh,
I want to say happy birthday to my son's oldest daughter, Tamara Everett. I want to say happy birthday to you. I took my granddaughter out because she did such a wonderful job in school. That's treasure. And so I took her out. We hung out, went to basketball game, and went to dinner, and then we would just chill, get a chance to get out of the house.
That is absolutely beautiful, Miss Lee. You got about 100 grand and great grand all together. Is that right?
You got
that's a quiver full, bro.
That's a shame you put me out there like that. Yes, I have 19 grandchildren and 2 great grandchildren. And yes, on Christmas, I go to the $1.25 store and buy $21 worth of stuff.
Mr. E, at first I thought folk was going to be on my side about the dollar store. Everybody said, yeah, they got some good stuff at the dollar. I said, okay then. But anyway, happy birthday to everybody out there, March babies. And one of my young facilitators had a little girl on yesterday, 5 pounds. Nakia, congratulations to you and your baby daddy. Congratulations, a little girl.
And that's what it's all about, being fruitful and multiply.
But I tell you what, Missy, I had a fabulous weekend. Did a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Got a chance to just look at some great things, and we're going to talk about that right now because this is FYI Radio Show Mondays for song. Woo! Okay, welcome NBA season highlights. But Mr. E, there was some tea that I sent you. I don't know if you got
Yeah, I
it.
got the tea. I
Tell,
got the
tell us
tea.
what you.
Well,
We're going. This is the NFL tea, but we can ready to do NBA tea as well. Go ahead.
for the NFL, in the NFL, you sent me this about the what you call joining the San Francisco 49ers. Debo.
Absolutely, Debo.
Debo is leaving the 49ers and going to the Commanders.
Yes.
I was talking to somebody about that on yesterday, Miss Hinton, and the thing about it is San Francisco 49ers couldn't pay the man. They couldn't pay the man.
Why you say that?
See, because he must not have been a valuable player to them if they couldn't meet the man. He's a free agent. They couldn't meet his money. So what they decided to do, and Washington came through, Washington Commanders came through, got a great wide receiver, Debo, and he's going over there and play for the Commanders.
Now, Mr. E, I heard in the atmosphere on yesterday that they think that Commanders is going to go to the Super Bowl this year. They feel like that they are ready.
You know, Miss Hinton, here's the thing about it. The Commanders showed them that they was played what they call beginner's luck. I call it the Commanders the beginner's luck because they got out there and did what they had to do, and really it's a new game. It's a new team. Now, since the team now is new and everything is settling in on them, they bring it in old heads and old people that other players from other teams to their squad. Now, some of the wisdom gonna get out in the locker room and say, "Man, you ought to play for this and pay for that, and let them folks pay you instead of you busting your grapes."
Oh my goodness, you think it's a good move?
I think the Commanders gonna do whatever they got to do in order for them to do like they did last year. Last year is what I call beginner's luck. They did a wonderful job. Now, guess what? I believe they're not going to do it twice in a row.
Ooh, well, we shall see. I mean, people out there have high hopes, and they did do good this season.
Unless Daniel, the quarterback, doesn't have a big head yet. You know, sometimes folks can get around you and tell you that you all that and a bag of chips, and they give you the big head. Now you got the whole Commanders on your shoulder and saying, "I did this and I did that and I did this."
Well, we're going to see if it's beginner's luck or if they're on a trend or if this is like meant to be. You know, in the conversation I had, somebody brought in the Cowboys and they said that they were going to pound, and all of them going to pound on the Cowboys' head. That's what I heard on yesterday.
Well, when you look at the Cowboys are doing, got a lot of free agents out there. You got DeMarcus Lawrence. He's a free agent, and he's don't know whether or not he's going to return to the squad next year.
Okay.
Well, I'm like Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones said this, and he said every team out there, that's 32 teams out there playing, and out of 32 teams, every one of those teams has a cowboy on it. So every team out there is a cowboy.
All right. Shout out to the Cowboys.
And that's all the teams, or every team in the NFL. You don't believe it? Go down the line and look.
Oh, Lord. Anyway, this is our Monday Sports Talk, and we're in the NBA season, Mr. E. You got any tea for us?
Well, we're in the NBA season, and what I want you to know that there's a lot of teams, like LeBron James has addressed the concept of a face of the as they made him the face of the NBA.
Emphasizing that the league is about more than just one individual. Thank you.
There has been discussion around the team performance, which attention give to the Cavaliers and the Celtics matchup. And the other keys. Here's the thing. I want to go back to LeBron James. LeBron James, yes, he wants to be the face out there because he has won, 5 or 4 rings for the trophies for
Yes.
in the NBA. He started with the Cleveland Cavaliers and went from the Cleveland Cavaliers to Miami, and from Miami he's at the Lakers. And yes, he won at all on all those levels. So that doesn't make him the big head. They don't give him the big head.
Well, you really think he have the big head? I don't get that impression.
Well, any two time you can bring your son over.
Oops.
And say, look, I'm so valuable.
That's politics.
I'm so
That's
valuable.
politics, and that's generational. Well, you passing it down, brother.
I'm so in the loop. I'm so in the loop. I can bring my child over. Well,
that's what everybody do. They look out for their young.
Well, Elon Musk did the same thing.
That's what I'm saying.
He took his son to the White House.
You got to look out for your offspring.
And when he got to the White House, the son said, "You ain't the president." Where you get that from?
Lord, that's another story.
Talk around the house.
Ooh, anyway, LeBron is I can consider him the face of NBA.
Wrong.
But he's not the only one, though.
Well, that's right. He's not the only one. You can put Jimmy Butler up there. Put Butler up there. Put Steph Curry up there.
Absolutely.
Put who else? Jalen Suggs up there. You can put a whole lot of folks up there as being the face. See, here's the thing that folks are not looking at. It takes a team to win these games. You know, it's just like opening up a bag of potato chips. Everybody thinks that the chips in the bag makes the chips. No. It's the crumbs that makes the chips. Because when you finish eating the big chips out of the bag, the first thing you do is crease the bag of potato chips and pull it down your throat, because they said that ingredients is done marinated now.
Well, it's the same ingredients in the crumbs as in the big chips.
That's right.
Put it like that. But yeah, Mr. E, yeah, we understand that, you know, a lot of them are stars. That's the thing. A lot of them are stars. But LeBron, you know, his name, his brand, his money, it's big.
You know, when we look at basketball, and here's a guy that the Warriors had retired his jersey, and I'm so proud of Andre. I can't even pronounce it. Iguodala. Yeah, and the number 9 jersey trade and roster change. They retired his jersey. What a great basketball player he has been. I am so proud of, Andre Iguodala of the Warriors.
Well, I tell you what, Jerry Butler is always
Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy. I don't know.
Jerry Butler passed away.
Jerry Butler is a singer.
He's an ice man.
Jimmy Butler is facing a lawsuit regarding property damage.
He better stop it. See, he's just like Morant. He wants to go out there and be a bad boy, walking around with guns and things of that nature. Right. They broke his pocketbook, so now he done humbled himself.
What about many roster changes around the league, including Luke Doncic?
Doncic,
okay,
moving to the Lakers, and Jimmy Butler moving to the Warriors, and Anthony Davis moving to the Magic.
Well, we saw Jimmy Butler. He did pretty decent. Oh yeah, he fit in real good.
That's right. Jimmy Butler fit in along with. They needed. Jimmy Butler is another bad boy, and him and what my boy's name is. Davon Green, they would fit in together because Davon Green would be his backup. When they get ready to roll the punches, they're going to fight together.
Well, that's a little bit of NBAT, but Mr. E, this weekend we had some great games. Some okay, but some were real good.
You know, Miss Hinton, I'm not a great big basketball fan. I am a football fan because the finesse of the game is changed.
I've heard that too.
I'm so used to seeing big guys battle underneath the bucket. They're not battling underneath the bucket anymore. The big guys are out there shooting 4-footers and top of the keys, and
Well, Mr. E, it takes skill to do that. I think it's absolutely faboo.
What happened to the finesse?
I know they don't. Yeah, they're not playing under the bucket.
That's right.
But I'm saying it takes skill to do 3 points.
Everybody steps out there. All you got to do All you got to do is take all 5 of your players and put one in one corner, one in another corner, and the bucket is wide open. Nobody playing under the bucket to get the defense. You don't see them running to get rebounds. You don't see them running under the bucket. You see all 5 of the players out there hitting 3-pointers, 4-pointers, 8-pointers, 9-pointers. Yeah, ask Steph Curry, because Steph Curry can hit it half court.
Well, what else do you think has changed about the game that kind of like rubs you the wrong way?
Well, I think, for example, the names. You half of the names are not being like a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, not being like a Otis, not being like the 5 slammer jammers. From the Houston. They what they call 5 slammer jammers, where they slam the ball. Well, you don't see no Michael Cooper, you don't see no Magic Johnson out there no more. You don't see no Larry Birds out there. You don't see no Kevin McHale's out there. You don't see those guys. You don't see Pirates that battle. I mean, battle under the bucket. When they hit a 3-pointer, 4-pointer, they fight half court. They already, like last night. When you look at the game last night at OKC, they went into a brawl last night.
I'm laughing because my grandson mentioned, and he's just 10, Larry Bird, and asked his daddy, was Larry Bird still playing? And my son said, no, Larry Bird old now, old and retired. So all those folks you mentioned, Mr. E,
right,
all retired. I'm not going to say they're old, but they're gone, retired. New school is here, and this is how they're playing.
Well, it is new school, but guess what? They had to start playing basic basketball first before they start hitting those 3-pointers like they're doing now. And I think that
What's wrong with the 3-pointers?
It's nothing wrong with them.
I hear a lot of people saying there's something wrong with it.
Because there's nobody retrieve. It's a long game.
It's a
raggedy game. I mean, it's a boring game because he's gonna pull up and pop, pull up and jump, pull up, and nobody's hustling underneath the bucket for the basketball. Nobody's trying to do the fast break anymore. Nobody's playing in and out. Nobody's playing 3 and 2s. Nobody's playing any of those positions. Everybody is standing on the outside, 7'2", 5, and 6 up there shooting 3-pointers.
Well, Mr. E, you mentioned OKC. Why was that such a tied game? And I'm not a basketball pro or anything, but it was kind of like okay compared to the earlier game that I looked at with Boston Celtics and Seattle. Was it Seattle? Let's see, Boston. Who was it on last evening? I know I'm getting ahead of the agenda, but OKC played. Who did they play, Mr. E?
OKC played against the Spurs. Let me tell you about the Seattle Spurs. When you look at the Spurs, you looking at people like who? OKC. You looking at that young boy who can't stay healthy. But he got somebody out there that would back him up. You looking at Jalen Wilson, dropped the high of 41 points, and 41 points for OK Victor against the Spurs, San Antonio Spurs. You looking at Castile, who hit 32 points for the Spurs, but won't enough. So when we start looking at basketball, let's look at basketball in a way that we're looking at the finesse of the basketball. It was a style when you play basketball. When you go out on the basketball court in the old days, you had to have the right tennis shoes. You can't come out there with no bubbles. You can't come out there. It's a style out there now. You got one wearing this color shoe and the other one wearing that color shoe, and they selling them at the store, mismatched shoes. Everything you see now out there is mixed match.
Yeah, that's true. It's a style. It's a different suave, Mr. E.
Let's go to Saturday scores.
Okay, go to Saturday first.
When we look at Saturday scores and we look at the Hornets, I don't know half of these Wizards and the Hornets. All I know them by. I used to know the Lakers, the Boston Celtics, the New York Knicks. I used to know them. But when you look at the Washington Wizards, when you look at the Washington Wizards, they played against the Hornets, Charlotte Hornets. That score was 113 to 100.
Absolutely.
And then the Knicks, the Brooklyn Nets,
yes.
the Brooklyn Nets, and against the Detroit Pistons, and the Detroit Pistons beat Brooklyn 115 to 94. And then you see the Spurs playing against the Grizzlies, San Antonio Spurs playing against the Grizzlies, 130 to 128. Yes. And the Golden State Warriors, they played. The score was 119. Steph Curry, I don't understand. Right. That's what I'm saying about basketball. Steph Curry gets out there with Jimmy Butler, and there's nobody. Draymond Green is underneath the bucket, and they're hitting them 3-pointers. It's all a long distance shot. You're tired. You're so tired chasing down the rebound. So the 76ers beat the Golden State Warriors on Saturday, 126 to 119, and then the Milwaukee Bucks beat the Dallas Mavericks 132 to 117.
And Sunday, that's what I was talking about, Boston Celtics and the Nuggets. That's who it was, the Nuggets. That was a good game. I thought it flowed real good. It was 110 for Boston Celtics, 103 the Nuggets. But Mr. E, that looked like it was really a smooth game compared to the one I looked at, OKC. It just something about it seemed a little less something. I don't know what to call it.
When you look at the Celtics playing last night, they got some stars out there. Brown came through for them. They playing basketball. They got a Joan going up there. And when they get out there and they playing that ball, they're out there and everybody contributing to that game.
But you just said it, Mr. Edith. You got the new stars. You got the new, new young men that are out there, skilled. But are you saying compared to old school, they are not as good? What's the message you're sending?
I'm saying like this. Let's like Boston Celtics beat 110 by 7 points. You know how they beat them? Running underneath that bucket. Okay. They took him to the board. I mean, slamming, dunking, and layups. Yes. They took him to the board instead of sitting out there. These cats sit out there and take 3-pointers and got the race to the bucket. And they tied. So when I looked at Brown last night, he would come into the bucket. They play physical down low. And that's what it takes to win a ball game. You got to get down low. You got to come out. You got to kick it in. You got to kick it out. And so they won the game 110 to 103. And then Portland Trailblazers played against the Cleveland Cavaliers. That was a tight ball. Well, almost would have been a tight ball game. 133 to 129. And the Chicago Bears, the Bulls. Chicago Bulls played against the Indianapolis Pacers. Miller was there on yesterday. Him and his family was there. And the Bulls wouldn't have never lost that game if MJ was out there, if Scottie Pippen was out there. Absolutely. They would have never lost that game. 127 to 112, Bulls has lost, and they won 24 games out and lost 17. That's the standards for the games.
I tell you what, we got the Knicks and the Heat. The Heat didn't come through. The Knicks beat them 116 to 112.
That's right. And then you got the Raptors. And, playing against the Magic, 104 to 102. Congratulations to the Raptors. Then them OKC. OKC came through. They came through last night, and the score was 146. Now, that guy, the tall guy, Williams, he came through for them. Yes. I got to give it to him. And then he got into a brawl earlier. He got and they asked him the question. They said, now, tell us, how did you feel when the brawl, how did y'all come back after all that fighting out there? He said we just
They just
concentrated.
That's
146 to 132. Congratulations to OKC.
What about your team, the Pelicans?
Then the New Orleans Pelicans against the Utah Jazz. The score was 128 to 121.
Mm-hmm.
But see, the Pelicans are not doing too good.
I can see.
Now look at how many games they won. 17
games, 44 lost. The Jazz didn't do that well either. 15 wins and 5 lost?
What's going on? And then the Lakers, they got 38 wins and 21 losses and they played against the Clippers.
Well, the Lakers are doing pretty good this season.
This season they are. They got some changes that they made. They took away AD, and AD still went down to the Magic, and he's still out of the game, still limping. He might well go ahead and go into retirement.
Well, the Clippers and the Lakers, they played. It was 102-108 for the Lakers. The Clippers are doing pretty good, 32 wins, 28 loss. These guys are playing a lot of games, Mr. E.
Well, they play about 70 games.
That's a lot.
Yeah, they play about 70 games, but this is where the money come in at, because you got to run up and down that court.
Yes.
Playing 70 games. When you go up and down that court 70 games, 70 times, you will see a difference. Oh, I want to say happy birthday to it's not my baby brother's birthday. My mama made a mistake.
Mama made a mistake.
For many years, Miss Hinton, my brother's birthday, we've been celebrating until he was 18 years old. His birthday on March the 3rd, but it's really April.
I'm not going to talk about your mama, but I'm not going to say that because my mama did a little something like that. I'm not going to talk about.
I think they didn't know the calendar date.
They won't pay that much attention to certain things. They had so many youngins.
So I want to happy birthday to my brother, to my sister. Hers is on tomorrow.
Your brother on his fake birthday.
My brother on his fake birthday, which is today, my baby brother. God bless him. The day is his birthday. So
let's talk about your sister. Her real birthday is tomorrow.
My older sister Melva, her birthday, your girl, better known as Chi Chi. Yeah, her birthday is tomorrow. So if y'all go by Bangle Cleaners and say happy birthday to her.
Mr. E, some upcoming NBA games.
That's tonight. That's the upcoming NBA now. And you got the Golden State Warriors playing against the Hornets.
Oh, yes.
I'm going with the Warriors.
Really?
You got the Portland Trail Blazers playing against the 76ers. I'm going with the 76ers.
Okay.
You got the Hawks playing against the Grizzlies tonight. I'm going to take the Grizzlies.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got the Houston Rockets playing against OKC. I'm going with OKC.
I thought you would.
And then
I thought you would.
And then the Kings going against the Mavericks. I got some friends out of Oklahoma. I might have to call them up.
Mm-hmm.
They and let's talk basketball.
Absolutely.
So the Kings versus against the Mavericks. So I'm going with the Mavericks on tonight.
Oh wow.
And then you got the Detroit Pistons playing against the Indianapolis Jazz. So I'm gonna go with the Pistons.
All right. I tell you what, you all keep watching. We're going to keep reporting and highlighting the NBA.
That's right. It's tournament time. I
enjoyed the games, Mr. E. I know you probably said you're not a basketball buff, or you don't look at it like you do the NFL, but it's still interesting. It still takes skill. They look good out there. The fans are there.
The uniforms are kind of crazy too.
They look crazy a little bit, but I tell you what, some of those games are really, really good games. MEAC, that's coming this month.
That's right.
Hampton Roads.
That's right.
Every year the college teams get together.
That's right.
Are you going?
I might decide to take Dr. Alan Rooks with me because he like going out to Norfolk State, so I might take him along with me.
Oh, that sounds really good, Mr. E. I think it is absolutely fabulous. So look, we're going to follow the games. Make sure you bring your teams to FYI Radio Show so we can have a good time with these NBA games. Make sure you make your predictions and rah-rah for who you rah-rah for.
And don't forget, football is right around the corner.
And
the ladies are playing also.
Miss E, what you talking about?
I'm trying to hurry up football, Miss Hinton.
Don't try it. we're gonna stick and stay with the NBA for right now.
I know that's right.
But anyway, you all continue to follow us. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for your support. We got some great upcoming shows. Don't forget to check out FYI Radio Show this evening. I think we're going to do our roll call.
Roll
and
call.
You just go. We're not going to be all long, but come on and join us and say hello and see who's on the line.
That's right. All you got to do is follow us on FYI Radio Show After Dark on Everette's page, Miss Yolanda Hinton's page, and guess what? You'll see us on FYI After Dark.
We're on all social media platforms. Look, you all be blessed. Have a wonderful day.
For the past 30 minutes, you've been listening to the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. That's FYI Radio Show with your host, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton. If you think that we need to change and put something up there that you might like, give us a call at 757-714-7861. Or you can email us at FYIRadioshow@gmail.com. That's FYI Radio Show Live @gmail.com. Don't forget to join us Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 9:30 to 10 right here on WGPL 1350, WGPL 1350, WMBA 88.9 Peace 95.3 and WPCE 1400 and on all social media platforms. Don't forget to have a wonderful Monday, okay? Bye now.
Hey. Yes, we're following the NBA. So excited about it. I think the games are absolutely fabulous. They're easy to look at. I think it's more stress with the NFL. If I compare Mr. E, I think it feels a little more easy going. They're easier to sit back and look at 2-3 games at a time. The NFL to me is like stop, start. And it's so intense because you really get into the teams, you really get into, want to know that your particular team or who you follow to really get at it, go after it, and win. So I tell you what, I'm enjoying the NBA games, and I hope you all are too. Make sure you follow us on our social media platforms. Make sure you follow us when we're on our sports talk. We love talking about sports, and we're going to definitely bring you some great shows. Also, look, we got some upcoming shows on FYI Radio Show. We're going to be talking about immigration. I can't wait to talk about that, Mr. E, because we're in the middle of a whole lot of stuff. Mr. E, did you see Friday what went on in the White House?
Miss Hinton, when you talk about Ukraine and the way that things are going up there in that White House, it's a mess. It's a real live mess going up there in the White House. When you look at what the president of the new United States, what new United States, president of the United States, it's the new United States and how things are operating. You got his vice president really coming off, you in front of the cameras he egged that mess on. And then the man said, Trump said, your president said, I'm holding all the cards. The man said, I ain't come play no cards.
It was amazing. And then Saturday Night Live had a nerve to do a spoof on it. You all got to check that out. But I tell you what, we're going to talk about politics.
That's right.
But getting back to some of the upcoming shows, immigration is something that we want to talk about, politics, and where all this is going. It is absolutely a madhouse, like Mr. E is saying. And we're just going to definitely follow it and bring those shows to you as well. Trafficking, hey, believe it or not, it's still going on.
That's
and
right.
It's right
That's
in your own backyard if you're in the Hampton Roads area. We have a resort area, and talking about trafficking happening in those areas on a big time scale. We'll be talking about that. Women's History Month, definitely bringing all kind of tributes and features for women that really have made an impact in history. We've got a lot of great things on Fun Friday. What's Under the Hat on Wednesday with breaking news. And we got to serve up some tea as well on Fun Fridays. But make sure you continue to follow us on social media, all our social media platforms. Don't forget to visit our sponsors, websites, Bulvic Academy, BULVIC Academy.com, and beardgods.com, BEARDGODZ.com. You can also be a special guest, intern, or sponsor. Mr. E has the tea.
If you'd like to be a special guest, intern, or sponsor of the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world, all you have to do is give us a call at 757-714-7861, or you can email us at FYIRadiosHowLive@gmail.com, or you can go to our Facebook page. That's Edward Everett Facebook page, Miss Yolanda the Lady Hinton Facebook page, or FYI Facebook page. Drop off information. Let us know what you would love to do, and we would love to have you as a special guest, as a sponsor, as an intern, and even if you want to be in our audience, we would love to have you in our audience.
Yes, be a part of what we're doing. FYI Radio Show, we have 10 years under our belt, and we're going to continue to do this as long as we can. We want you to be a part of it. So if you're interested in being a special guest, interested in being interviewed about some great and important things that are going on, let us know. And we would love to have you to be our special guest and share with those that we serve.
That's right. That's what it's all to take. So just keep it locked right here. Don't you dare touch that dial, and keep on listening to FYI. That's Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 9:30 to 10 on WPCE, WMVA, WGPL, W95.3 FM. And keep it locked. Don't you dare change it on all social media platforms.
All right. All you all that are standing by that we can't see right now, we just want to say thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for your support. And we're going to see you on Wednesday. What's under the hat? Issues concerning you, man.
That's right. Don't forget to join us tonight.
And tonight.
And check in. Call in. Roll call.
Absolutely.
Who's out there with us, okay?
All right. See you soon. Bye now.
2 up, 2 down, VA.